Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of a new devlog I'm going to be doing for Zombie Barrel Blast. This is the game I'm currently working on for Wild Cockatiel Games. This game is inspired by the old Donkey Kong Country series, mostly the one from the Super NES, which I grew up on. But let's take a look and see how it plays. In that game, you're launching monkeys out of barrels. In this game, you're launching zombies out of barrels, so very similar. So right now I only have 5 levels set up here. This is basically just for testing purposes, so these levels will probably change from what they are actually doing right now, but they're just to help me kind of test out the different elements of the game in the meantime. So as it starts off, the first level here, we drop a zombie into a barrel, and this will be for Android, by the way. I might see about doing it for Switch or for something else, but at least it's going to be for Android for the start. And we see I have 3 hearts here, those are my life, and I have some launch power on the left. If I press space, I can launch myself from one barrel to the next, and press space again, keep pushing myself forward. If I change this launch power down here, obviously I'll launch myself a little bit less. If I put it all the way up, I'm going to launch out a lot harder, so I can sort of determine how quickly I want to push forward. So the goal here is to get to the end of the level, which is this swirling giant portal. I launched through it, and there we go, I've completed this first level. See, I have these check marks here saying I did the goals, and now let's go on to the next level and see what it is like. Okay, so reach the end of the level, finish in less than 50 seconds, finish in less than 40 seconds. My secondary and third objectives are roughly the same, and there isn't too much different going on here in this level. We do start seeing a little bit though. There's some barrels here that are angled. This one's angled a bit upwards. There's this B here, and if I hit the B, it's gonna... Well, actually, I didn't hit the B. If I hit the B, it would send me flying backwards. It wouldn't necessarily kill me, I wouldn't necessarily lose life, but it would have a good chance of doing so. Anyways, I finished that level. Nice and easy. We go on to level 3, and destroy at least 2 bats, collect at least 10 coins. Okay, so now we have some barrels doing some different things. This one is what I call the half moon barrel, sort of spinning left and right. Now we go into a regular barrel. And we fell. Oh, and the game actually glitched just here. Something happened, this barrel went missing. I'm not sure what happened, but that's why this game is currently in development. It's not being released. Obviously, that's something that has to be fixed. So I restarted the level, and one thing you might notice right away, I chose my launch power down to 1 there, is that there's no pillar here this time. And that's because all the levels are actually procedurally generated. So every level has a little bit of RNG to it. I'm not going and creating these levels, like I'm not laying out where I want the barrels to be and the obstacles to be. I'm kind of saying this is what I want in this level, and then I'm letting it generate it automatically. Here we have, I missed that barrel, I was going to show you the 0G barrel, but I'll have to wait till another one of those happens. So there were no bats here, I can't actually complete this objective. So I'm just going to launch through here, and I'm going to restart. It's a little bit of RNG. Obviously, I'm going to be testing this and making sure the levels are more balanced. So, if it's saying kill bats, there should actually be bats appearing. But let's, for the meantime here, let's just go through here again and try to test it out and see if I can actually get some bats to appear. That was kind of a lucky shot. I landed in another barrel. Okay, try shooting there. Whoop, fell off. Still not getting any bats. It is entirely possible that maybe I forgot to put bats in this level. I'm not saying I did, I'm just saying it's possible that's what happened. But let's just get to the end here. And we'll go to the next one. So I have a graphical glitch showing up here. There's some stars. It's saying I've earned these stars. Clearly I have not. So again, that's something that's going to be fixed as I work on this. So right now, it gives me a little check mark here saying finish the level in less than 1 minute. That's because 1 minute has not happened yet. We haven't gone that far, and collect at least 5 coins. That's our other objective. So here we have some Bs. We're actually starting this level in a 0G barrel. So what this means is if I launch forward, it's just going to blast me forward until I hit something. Until I hit another barrel, I should say. I can actually kill the bad guys if I land in it. Yeah, we have some different barrel types again here. This one's sort of going in, this is what I call the incremental 45, because it's going in 45-degree increments. This one is just pointing upwards. Zoom forward right to the end of the level. That 0G barrel got us all the way there. I think this was level 4. Let's try this one again. I still want to see some bats. I want to see some bats showing up. So let's go. right? Yeah. So I've only coded in 5 levels right now, so we can't go past level 5 at the moment. But let's take a look and see what other challenges await us here in level 5. So complete the level in less than 45 seconds, collect at least 10 coins. Okay, so now we have some spinning barrels. So it gets a little more tricky, a little more challenging. It's just found another glitch there with the coins. It's definitely a lot of stuff I gotta work on here. And I will be, but this is just a very first look as this game is still in development. We're seeing all the glitches as they come up. Big glaring ones, obviously, I'll be trying to be getting rid of here. Okay, so that's on the levels, but I do want to show off what bats look like. So let me just go into the back end here and change some of these settings, just make sure that I actually have bats appearing. Okay, so it was actually just an RNG thing. We have some bats showing up here. So if I hit one of these bats, I'm going to wait till this other barrel's out of the way. I'm going to show you what's going to happen. I think I get it now. Woo! We bounce forward all the way until we hit something else, or we don't hit something else and we die. But basically, we can kill the bats. The level objectives don't have any, on this particular level, don't need us to kill any bats at all. But if we did have that objective, it would be showing up here, number of bats killed, right under the timer. In this case, we're just going to blast through here again and go on to the next level. And this one we should be having pillars, bees, and bats all having a random chance to show up. So if I blast forward into the pillar, it's just going to kind of block my way here. Obviously, I can't go past the pillar, but I can try to get by it. And we have, see that we have the counter here, kill, showing how many bats we've hit. Still, I think I said it right now, so there's only a 25% chance an obstacle is going to show up after a barrel, and there's a 50% chance that obstacle will be a bat. So for testing purposes, probably should have just set it a little bit higher. This one's a little tricky. It's right at the very bottom. And that barrel is going to be completely impossible to get into, so just have to try to avoid it. It's amazing when you're procedurally generating levels, all the little things that you have to make sure to pay attention to. And still no bat showing up. Like I said, it is RNG, so this is where I would be going in the back and testing this before I actually make this a live level, and making sure that there's going to be a decent number of bats showing up so you can actually complete the objectives. Obviously, this level would not launch exactly this way, because it would be very, very difficult to complete something that should be otherwise simple tasks. Anyways, this is a very first look here at Zombie Barrel Blast. I'll be putting out more of these developer updates as I continue to work on and improve the game. In the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed this very first look at what I'm working on here, and stay tuned and give it a shot once it gets far enough to the point where I can release it in some type of alpha. Thanks very much for watching, and take care.